Not too long ago, Sony announced their upcoming flagship controller for PS5, the DualSense Edge. As a top-tier advanced controller, this one seems to have all the potential to fit itself into the premium category of the controller market. On the other hand, Razer also partnered with the PlayStation and announced their own version of the PS5 controller, which is also compatible with PC as well. At this point, if you're looking forward to buying a new controller for your PS5, then you might get confused, as both of them seem perfect for the PS5. In this case, we will try to cover as much as possible in our today's comparison video for you. As we move on, we see that Sony has brought a lot of changes to their new DualSense Edge controller, especially with the design. Because not only they have added new looks, but they also brought the first ever hot swappable analog stick caps and replaceable stick modules for PlayStation. So just in case you have any problem with the analog sticks, instead of changing the entire controller, you will now have the freedom to change only the sticks. On top of that, they have also added additional customizable and removable remap buttons as well. So there's no need to go through the entire process again, as it lets you do the same thing with just a single tap. Now, if we take a closer look at the visual changes, you can say that it pretty much resembles the PS5 aesthetic in an excellent way. They have also changed the entire trackpad and added a new one with a small PlayStation button logo all over it. Razer, on the other hand, also brought a really impressive design for their new flagship Wolverine V2 Pro controller, which is officially licensed by PS5. Although it might not have all the hot swappable features that the DualSense Edge does, you have to admit that it is a fantastic looking controller. Judging by the look, you can tell that this is an Xbox-style controller with a PlayStation aesthetic, which blends in perfectly. Also, Razer's signature chroma RGB lighting near palm grips will surely get the attention of most gamers, as it plays a huge role in portraying the amazing aesthetic of this controller. Since the controller is officially licensed by the PlayStation, just like their own flagship model, this one also comes with 6 remappable buttons and interchangeable thumbsticks. So even though you might not be able to replace the analog sticks, it does offer you different thumb caps. So from a design perspective, both controllers look amazing to us, and it seems Razer and PlayStation did their best to pull out the perfect looks for their new controller. But PlayStation seems like a great deal if you're interested in hot swappable analog sticks. Now that we know enough about the design, it is time to take a closer look at the internal hardware and find out the differences. Let's start with the DualSense Edge. Apart from the removable stick modules feature, this controller also includes some advanced features, such as trigger stops and dead zones, which come with a small slider adjustment on both sides. Using this feature will let you adjust the trigger to your comfort. On top of that, it also has a stick sensitivity and dead zones adjustment for the analog sticks as well, which is pretty amazing. Additionally, just like the standard PS5 controller, this one also has adaptive triggers and haptic feedback for an immersive gaming experience. And lastly, right underneath the analog sticks, they have also included a quick swap between the control presets button. Using these buttons will let you swap between multiple presets with just a single tap with your finger. In comparison, Razer's Wolverine V2 Pro is equipped with Mecha Tactile action buttons. So every time you press a button, it will leave you a satisfying tactile feeling on your fingertips. And just like the DualSense Edge, Wolverine V2 Pro also comes with 2 slide locks on both sides of the controller. Toggling them will let you adjust the triggers between the shorter to longer pull distances. And for even more accurate gaming responses, this controller also includes 8-way micro switch D-pad as well. And lastly, if you want even more advanced settings, then there is a dedicated app for it, which lets you customize lighting effects, remap buttons, and a few other features. You may also be able to switch from different game modes such as FPS, fighting, racing, and many more. As a top-tier light-speed wireless controller, it seems that both controllers include more or less all the necessary features. On the other hand, both these devices lack some features from one another. For example, while the DualSense Edge got the adaptive triggers and haptic feedback, in this case, Wolverine V2 Pro came up with the Mecha tactile action buttons. In short, when it comes to internal specs, we can clearly see that both controllers are packed with some really impressive features. But just like the design, DualSense Edge seems to offer more when it comes to specs as well. And that leaves us to the conclusion, which is the price tag. The starting price for the PlayStation DualSense Edge with the entire setup, including the box cost, is $199.99 US. However, Razer Wolverine V2 Pro costs $249.99, which is almost $50 more. So it seems that if you're planning to get the DualSense Edge, then you are definitely getting the most out of your budget, as it offers swappable stick modules, including a few other accessories. On the bright side, Razer's Wolverine V2 Pro also did a pretty great job being the officially licensed gamepad for PlayStation 5. So if you're looking for a reliable third-party controller for your PS5, then this one is highly recommended. So that was all about today's comparison video between the DualSense Edge and Razer Wolverine V2 Pro. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and comment below to let us know your thoughts. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon if you want to see more videos like this on your feed.